What is good? Osiris here, Stuck in the Middle. I do a channel. My main channel is Stuck in the Middle. This is on Elevate the Game. Thank you for joining. I'm upset about this. This is the headline. Elon Musk says SpaceX is so busy with Ukraine that it'll delay Starship. It's a little bit misleading. It's not from the article here. It's not about Ukraine or Elon's tweet directly. It's about the cyber defense for Starlink. So I'm confused as to why, Elon Musk has Boring Company, Tesla, Starlink, and SpaceX, and he's got Neuralink, and all these companies are separated. They could be like Alphabet, put under the same umbrella. But to have a Starlink issue affect Starship, if you don't know, Starship is the ship that would get us to Mars. So I don't want to see that delayed. I'm going to tell you that right after I talk about the news here. Elon Musk, he tweeted this on Friday, not only the smartest, or one of the smartest, I don't know all the CEOs and businessmen that have ever lived, but the smartest one that I'm aware of, that I have ever followed. Not only is he that, he's the most transparent. So I do have a lot of trust in what Elon says. And not only is he transparent, he gets down to minutia at times, like the basic engineerings of stuff. He gets down to the manufacturing line. So I can't verify anything as 100% true or not, but when someone is that specific and that knowledgeable, they got my attention. So when Elon Musk tweeted, he tweeted there will be slight delays ahead of the company's experimental Mars-bound spaceship for that spaceship. I don't want to hear delays with that, just long term. I know some people don't care. Hopefully, if you're on this channel, you do care about getting to Mars. We're talking about future generations here. So I don't want to see that delayed. And why is it delayed? He said that there were cyber attacks on Starlink satellites by Russia after SpaceX or Starlink sent Ukraine a shipment of internet terminals. So Ukraine, if you didn't hear that story, Ukraine is, they lost their internet. Many people lost internet. And people asked Elon Musk, like, hey, Elon, you got Starlink. Can you send some send the signals over, give us some terminals, and so we can have access? And he did it. To my knowledge, all for free. I don't know if the government, if there was any payment under the table, but I'm not aware of that. So Starship has been delayed multiple times now. If you look back at some of the first videos, maybe one of the first videos I did on this channel, I talked about the trip to Mars. I talked about it in a recent video as well. So I'm very excited about that. I don't want to see it delayed. It's had these government delays. These government delays for Starship remind me of the DMV. I understand the government. I think there does have to be obviously some type of communication with the private business doing space launches and the government. But to me, it comes across as government overreach, the way that it's happening. And Elon Musk has talked about that as well. So Elon Musk was not criticized. This article said he was criticized for not helping Ukraine. He wasn't criticized for not helping Ukraine. He was asked. Like, what obligation would he have? He's a private U.S. CEO, of a company. He has no obligation to help Ukraine. So he did, which is great. I think it's great. So it is unclear, like I said, how is Starlink related to SpaceX? And this, I hate to bring this up, but that to me could bring up a antitrust issue. He's got all these different companies. And if he's out there publicly saying something with Starlink, a totally separate company than SpaceX, and I know SpaceX is giving the new alloys for the Cybertruck, and they're all in this relationship. I don't want antitrust problems for Tesla. I'm pro-Tesla. But that sounds like an antitrust type issue. That's really one company. If Starlink delays SpaceX, and you're publicly admitting that. So this article, they said they think it's a convenient excuse. I don't think so. Why would what's the goal for him to just make up Starlink being an excuse for a Starship delayed? When he talks about delays, he talks about the details. So I don't believe that. I don't believe this is some ruse. Oh, Starlink. Oh, Starship's going to be delayed, so let's blame it on Starlink. That doesn't make any sense. What's the goal of that? What would the goal of that be for Elon? Still with the head of Russia's space agency, that's another dynamic. here. I did this upload because that was more political. So I did it on my political channel. But I did talk about this. The Russia Space Agency head was basically threatening the United States on Twitter. So what's my takeaway on this? My takeaway on this is I don't want anything delayed with Starship because it has become crystal clear. I hope it's become crystal clear to most of us that the greatest threat to humanity is humanity. It's just like the Agent Smith in the original Matrix said that humans are like a virus. They use up the resources and they suck it all up and they destroy the planet. In order to continue being a species, we're going to have to jump to a new rock and start all over. The same thing's going to happen again, I know. But nothing can stop Starship. Starship is the only, Elon Musk and Starship, he is the only one that has found a way out, period. And well, he's trying to get there. He hasn't gotten there yet, but he's the only one who has a path out. So I don't want that delayed. So Elon, my humble opinion, that is a huge mistake. Nothing can delay Starship. And if there's something out of your control, I got it. I get it. But even that defense in Ukraine, you've got to shore up your cyber defense because if Russia's doing it, another country can do it. So let me know what you think. I'm disappointed to hear that. I hope Elon does not. He said slight delay, so maybe I'm making too much out of this, but let me know what you think. Thanks a lot. Take care.